Tanya ma'am, it is going to be live stream now. So Tanya ma'am, please admit if any participant. So let us start the event now. Sorry for the little bit delay. Education reforms are the seeds of change that grow into a forest of knowledge. And advancement in education empower individuals to reach new heights and realize their potentials. शुभ प्रातःकाल, आप सभी का स्वागत है। और आज का ये सम्मेलन विशेष है जिसमें हम और आप सभी आकर विचार विमर्श करेंगे और इस अद्वितीय अवसर पर आप सभी का हार्दिक स्वागत है। आइए साथ मिलकर एक नई विचारशीलता का प्रयास करें। Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and delegates attending CTPDCON-ERA 2023, the first virtual international conference focusing on educational reforms and advancement. The significant event is organized by, my slides are not moving. Yes. So this significant event is organized by the Council for Teachers Professional Development in collaboration with its esteemed organizing partners, KR Mangalam University, Gurugram, Haryana, India, Golgotia University, Greater Noida, Uttar Pradesh, India, Saraswati College of Professional Studies, Ghaziabad, Uttar Pradesh, India, Satyug Darshan Institute of Education and Research, Faridabad, Haryana, India. DAV PG College situated in Dehradun, Uttarakhand, India, and Azad College of Education in Satara, Maharashtra, India. We are delighted to have established partnership with renowned knowledge partners, including Vishwa Yuva Kendra, New Delhi, India, Human Touch Foundation India, and the Social Development and Research Foundation India, the Council for Teacher Education Foundation CTEF India, and the Policy Research Center India. Furthermore, we are proud to collaborate with esteemed publication partners of both national and international recognition such as EJED Education Publishing, Red Shine Publication, and International Journal of Education and Allied Sciences. We are very happy to associate to our conference knowledge partners with Vishwa Yuva Kendra, New Delhi. I am Dr. Parvesh Lata. Head School of Education, GT Goenka University. It's a great honor for me to be the moderator of this educative technical session of CTPDCON-ERA Track 3 on the theme that digital transformation and online education. And sub-themes of these tracks are ubiquitous learning, issues and challenges of digital education, online education as value for money and time, digital pedagogical challenges for inclusive education, and today's session is all about challenges and benefits of online educations. So today we have eminent speakers and paper presenter who shall be sharing their expertise and insight in this field. So I am delighted to extend a warm welcome to our esteemed chair for technical session 3.4, Professor Dr. Madhusudan. Namaskar, sir. JV, Head of Department Education and Education Technology, School of Sciences, University of Hyderabad, Telangana, India, and Co-Chair Professor Dr. Tanya Gupta. Namaskar, ma'am. Professor and Dean, School of Education, KR Mangalam University, Gurugram, Haryana, India. Organizing Secretary, CTPD and CTPDCON-ERA 2023, for gracing us with their presence and leading the significant session at CTPDCON-ERA 2023. I extend a warm welcome to our Keshav Bhandarkar, sir, respected sir. Welcome you, sir, in this technical session. And we will seek your insight also in this technical session. I extend a warm welcome to our convener, Dr. Sanjay Kumar, Principal, Saraswati College of Professional Studies, Ghaziabad, Uttar Pradesh, and co-convener, Miss Jennifer Robinson, Assistant Vice Principal, Indian School, Al-Wadi, Al-Kabir, Sultanate of Oman. So here is the overview of this plenary session. Basically, this session will delve into multi-dimensional landscape of online education, which will highlight its challenges and benefits. In the digital age, online education has become increasingly prevalent and offering numerous advantages such as flexibility and accessibility. However, it is not without challenges. So issues and challenges of digital education, which encompass and concerns like digital divide, equitable access to education, and overcoming technical barriers. So this session provides a comprehensive exploration of the complexity and opportunity presented by online education in the modern world. Now it's my honor to introduce again our esteemed chair, Professor Dr. Madhusudan JV, Head of Department Education and Education Technology, School of Social Sciences, University of Hyderabad. Respected Dr. Madhusudan sir has been nominated by Honorable Minister of Education as a member of 14th Educational Research and Innovation Committee (ARIC) of the National Council of Educational Research and Training to advise on planning, identifying and supporting basic research as well as research and innovation in the field of school education and teacher education. Dr. Madhusudan joined the Department of Education and Education Technology in the year 2018 in Hyderabad, and he is an expert in the areas of demography of schooling, health education, and sociology of education. Sir, please accept as a token of gratitude from the organizer of the conference this virtual memento. So with your guidance, we are confident that this session will be a resounding success and it will leave a lasting impact on all the participants. So may I invite the chair, Professor Dr. Madhusudan sir, to deliver your address to all the presenters and participants in BB. Sir, yes, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much to everyone. Actually, in fact, I'm honored to be here with all of you as a chairing a particular session. This particular session, which is focusing on online learning, its benefits and challenges. First of all, congratulations to CTPD officials who have successfully organized this first international e-conference with a lot many universities supporting them. That's a great to see that. And thank you so much, Professor Tanya Guptaji, who is also organizing secretary of this conference, and also she's dean at the School of Education, K.R. Mangalam University, and all other who have joined this event, especially those who are presenting the papers. See, I'll not be taking much time. Let us spend more time on the paper presenters, the young paper presenters who have done a lot of hard work, and they must be putting some efforts in terms of understanding what are the prospects and what are the challenges and what are the benefits, what are the issues that we are talking about when we talk about online education. Let me put my few observations on before they actually present their papers. My idea, my observation is when we started talking about or let's say MOOCs, for example, when we started MOOCs somewhere here in the year 2012 or 2011 or 13, around that time, people thought something great has come and everything will change forever in terms of online education. But suddenly, though hype was there, but suddenly it came down. The major reason when we talk about online education is initially my observation was that it's mainly because of the dry content that has been given to the students, to the learners. Mostly there are thousands of pages online available in the form of course material, resources and all. But mostly the dry. What I mean by dry is like offline education, the interaction takes place with the central being the motivation is the same in online education. The engaging motivation. See, the idea is basically there was no room for flexibility in so far efforts when we talked about online education. There was no room for flexibility. There was no room for choice for students in terms of the activities that they are engaging kind of thing, or even no creative expression kind of thing. Not that I'm not saying no, rather less creative expression for facilities kind of thing. As a whole, one can say there was a lifeless content kind of thing was there. And as a result, people started thinking about the online as though this is not much helping. This is so lot many myths started revolving around the online education, and people started becoming skeptical about the efforts that were put in online education. Whereas that is not the reality, and that's not the truth. The point is we need to understand in leveraging the technology integration into education when we are talking about online education. Of course, there is a digital divide, and one needs to ensure of having access to all, and digital literacy amongst the teachers, is also something that we need to address. And what beauty that about technology integration and online atmospheres bring is it's about enhanced learning experiences. We need to understand the power of interactive learning that brings in the online atmospheres there, and the kind of multimedia that we have, and the additional advantages, like for example, online learning atmospheres will create a global learning communities. Otherwise, we were having communities, learning communities at local level. Now we can have, see, for example, the kind of atmosphere that has been created by this conference itself is a testimony to this, that there is a global learning community that has been created, and online collaborations can have a very high value in terms of our learning that is going to take place in future. And even cultural exchange can take place. So there is no barrier of what to say, physicality. It is kind of thing will not be an issue, and geography cannot be an issue anymore. Most importantly, learning in online brings the power of personalized learning path. The personalized learning path in terms of the kind of adaptive learning platforms that online is going to create. And the beauty is about differentiated instruction that comes in. The differentiated instruction that one can go into the students' individualized learning path. So therefore, there is a lot of scope for teachers to understand the need for professional development at teacher level. You must be a very good teacher in classroom, in offline. At the same time, in order to go online as well, one needs to have the understanding about online, its principles, its theories, its models, its frameworks. So therefore, there is a lot of learning room scope for all of us to learn again through the lot many courses are available on the online. So teacher communities plays an important role. With this, I thought a lot of efforts need to be done in terms of research in understanding what are the possible challenges, what are the possible possibilities rather. Instead of challenge, I tell you there are not many possibilities. The youngsters, if they get into understanding of the nuances of understanding the basics and how to reach in a more engaged manner to make more interactive the full of life courses. That's the idea. And I thought the paper presenters, around 6 to 8 papers or 10 papers will be there. They must have done a lot of work into their papers, and it's a platform for all of them to ponder upon, to discuss, to present their ideas. What are they trying to assert? What is their claim? What evidence they have brought in order to bring their point of view? Maybe we all let us discuss on that, and something new let come out of this deliberations. And that's the idea of CTPD. I thought it's a very great effort. I thought on behalf of CTPD. Once again, I congratulate, and it's an real honor for me to come and be part of this. And once again, I thank all the organizers and Professor Tanya Gupta ji. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And I'm here. Let's focus on the paper presentations as per your proceedings. And I thank my co-chairperson, the moderators and rapporteurs as well. So let's see, let us hope for the best. So what we can do to make more engaging online courses. So I thought this is the basic idea when we talk about online education. So with this, I'll stop here, and let's hope for the best, and let's see how paper presenters bring in their ideas. Thank you so much once again. Over to you, madam.
Thank you.
Dr. Parvesh Lata. Thank you.
प्रोफेसर तान्या गुप्ता मैम, परवेश लता का सिस्टम हैंग हो गया है, तो आप टेक ओवर कर लें इसको, सेशन को स्टार्ट करें. फोन आ गया था मेरे पास.
All right, no issues. So thank you so much for your remarkable opening address and the points that you have brought about, that that really are very important to the challenges and benefits of online education. There are a few announcements for the paper presenters. Firstly, welcome to all the paper presenters who are in this plenary session 3.4. As instructions have already been passed to you before, there was an expected format of your PowerPoint presentation where you were requested to give the highlights of your paper and also come up with possible solutions if you are focusing on certain challenges and benefits. So give us a way forward. The next announcement is please be concise and please adhere to the time limit, which is 7 minutes, and 3 minutes are for the interaction. So this is, we will be requesting you in the midst in case you exceed your timing. The third thing is that please put in your best efforts, because in this session, the best paper will be selected, which would, the best paper presentation award will be decided, and the concerned winner would be awarded in the validatory session today in the evening at 5:30 p.m. So therefore, the assessment criteria for your presentation is: one, the content; secondly, your presentation skills; and third, the kind of coherence of thought process that you put across us in the session. So without not taking much time, I invite Professor Madhusudanji to kindly take over the session as chair. And sir, if you permit, I will read out the names of the paper presenters and the titles, if you may permit me to do so. Will that be okay?
Please, you feel free,
right,
because you have more access to the detailed
yes,
schedule, and you
all
go
right.
ahead. I'll be just watching, and I'll be also seeing, and I'm very glad to see that you are going to select a best paper. So let's see, and I wish all the best to all the presenters.
Yes.
And you as a co-chair of the session, you feel free, madam. We are together.
Yes, I'm actually at the moment in multiple roles, so I need to switch
Sure.
from.
Yeah, please.
Parvesh ma'am, unmute yourself. Parvesh ma'am, unmute yourself. Dr. Parvesh, unmute yourself. I think
Hello. Yes, sir.
लैपटॉप का बंद कीजिए, इको आ रही है आपके में, लैपटॉप वाला बंद कीजिए किसी तरह से। इसको कहीं अलग रख दीजिए जिससे इको नहीं आएगी फिर आपको।
Hello, now my voice is coming.
Wait a minute, ma'am. Wait a minute. There are two. प्रवेश मैम, मुझे ये बताइए कि आप कौन कौन से सिस्टम से ऐड हो रखे हैं। मैं एक को रिमूव करूँ, एक को
remove CTPD digital circle one. Only keep Dr. Praveen.
CTPD
Digital one. Only keep Dr. Praveen.
Wait a minute. Digital. Yes.
Sir, I have login through two. So
Wait a minute, ma'am. Wait a minute. एक मिनट रुक जाइए बस आप. Wait a minute.
Yes, sir. Now the system is off. Now it's fine. So I will carry on through mobile only.
मैंने
Okay.
रिमूव कर दिया उसको, अब आप कर लीजिए.
Okay.
You can open your video also.
Sir.
Now your one system is removed, so you can start.
Yes, sir. So Tanya ma'am is here because I would like to invite her as a co-chair address. So
Wait a minute, Tanya ma'am. Yes, she is available.
okay, Tanya ma'am. She is here.
I'm here. I'm here.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yes, Tanya ma'am. So you
Yeah.
are our session chair, so I feel privileged to introduce you as a co-chair, and I need that you also address our participants. After that, we will start your presentation.
Ma'am, it's a joint paper with Preeti and myself.
Okay.
Sorry, I had lost the connection.
Okay.
So,
So I would like to invite you
please call
for the
Preeti.
session. Yes, challenges and benefits of online education, Miss Preeti Sharma. This is the title of the paper, sir. So, ma'am is going to present on this topic, Miss Preeti Sharma. Preeti Sharma, if you have the PPT, kindly share the PPT.
Yes, ma'am. Give me 1 second, please. I'm trying.
Sir, make co-host to Preeti Sharma so that she can share.
Yeah, she's already there, ma'am. All right, Preeti ji, please start. Yeah, you can go on the slideshow mode right at the bottom, Preeti. Right side, yeah, slideshow. Yeah. All right, it's visible now. Please start.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, everyone present here. Myself, Preeti Sharma, and I'm a research scholar from K.R. Mangalam University, and I'm doing my work under the guidance of Dr. Tanya, ma'am. Thank you, CTPD, for giving me this opportunity. And the title of my presentation is Benefits and Challenges of Online Education. And this is under the broad area, digital transformation and online education. So here I'm going to present. These are the outlines of my presentation. I'll give some brief introduction first, then need of online education, methodology, literature review, objectives, benefits of online education, challenges, and findings of my review, and suggestions for smooth operation of this mode, and then conclusions and references. Firstly, I'll give a brief about what is online learning. So online teaching and learning are faculty delivered instruction via the internet. Online learning is defined as a teacher and learning process between teacher and pupil that involves various digital platforms, mediums such as Zoom, WhatsApp, and Google Classroom. And there are two ways by which we can connect in this mode, like asynchronous and synchronous. Synchronous is instruction and collaboration in real time via the internet. It typically involves tools such as live chat, audio and video conferencing, data and application sharing, shared whiteboard, virtual hand raising, and joint viewing of multimedia presentations and online slideshows. Asynchronous learning methods use the time-delayed capabilities of the internet. It typically involves tools such as email, threaded discussions, news groups, bulletin boards, and the file attachments. Now comes the need of online education. As we all know that COVID-19 has forced immediate shift or implement of online learning. So after COVID-19, the use of online education has completely changed and become necessity. And it is because of online education that in tough times, education did not stop, rather new opportunities and areas were opened in this area. And when we talk about as our government is also taking so much initiative towards the digital education, online education, when we talk about the Millennium Development Goals, also the 7th goals talks about the global partnership for sustainable development goals. And in sustainable development goals also, we talk about quality education in the 4th one. And in 7th one, we talk about the goals of partnership for the goals. So these initiatives from the side of government has enough evidence that it is the need of the era that we should switch from offline, not completely, but we should take in consideration the online mode of education also. So these goals will be possible to achieve without, it will not be achieved without education. And to achieve it, it is the duty of our education system, our teachers, that we make the students that are globally compatible. So because of these things, I think there is a requirement of online education and we cannot avoid it. Methodology, this is a qualitative research, and I reviewed some papers, research papers, articles and journals, review of literature method for this study. These are some of the literatures which I reviewed. I'm completely jumping quickly jumping on my topic now. These are the objectives of my study: to develop a critical attitude in teachers and students about online learning, to create a community that can work together towards a common goal of using technology to help meet curricular goals, and to integrate technology more effectively into teaching practice. These are some of the benefits of online education. First, learning possible in critical times. It is evident in a time of COVID or in social unrest or in the extreme weather situations that we can, that our education will not stop and we can continue our education or teaching learning process in the critical times. And recently we have seen at the time of G20 summit, which was a proud moment for us Indians, that we were hosting the G20 summit. There were the 2 days lockdown in Delhi NCR, and our education didn't stop just because of this online platform. Second, we can say it made teaching and learning interesting, especially when we talk about the junior kids. The teaching has become fun for them. They watch videos and they learn from asynchronous materials. And so the teaching for them is like a fun. They can easily understand the difficult concept very easily and in an interesting manner. And they are actually having the concept very quickly in an effective manner. Next is the attendance of students can be improved. This is the wonderful benefit of online education, that we can connect from anywhere, anytime. And so it's for the remotest area, the people who are living in the remotest area can easily connect, and attendance of the students can be improved in this way. Learning become more interactive. Of course, we have many types of students in the class, like some are talkative enough to ask questions in the class, and some of the students are introvert, they feel shy in asking questions. So in this mode, we can easily connect with everyone. If they are having a problem in asking question, they can take a chat mode, they can use videos later on according to their own time and pace. Students can review study material anytime, anywhere. And this is the most beneficial feature of this online mode, that teacher or student both can study the material anytime, anywhere, with their own pace, with their own time, with their own facility. practical and digital knowledge with core subjects. So indirectly, students with their core subject, they are also learning digital knowledge and practical knowledge simultaneously with no efforts. Teaching and learning at their own pace. The benefit of online education is that both students and teachers can deliver their lecture at their own pace, and students can learn the material with their own pace and on comfort. It reduces discrimination of rich and poor. It can easily accessible, and students are more comfortable in asking questions as there is no fear of being judged by anyone. And access is very easy. All the material, videos, notes are there in their computer. They can easily access to the material. Now I will talk about challenges of online education. So fundamental problems like internet connection, proper training. So these are the fundamental problems. Like still India is lagging, like in the remotest area, people still don't have devices, don't have internet connection, though government is working very hard in this area, but still a lot more of work has been done in this, has to be done in this area, and difficult to know learning abilities of students. In offline mode, teacher and students are directly connected with each other. So the teachers have opportunity to learn more about students. They can learn easily their learning capabilities, abilities, and their level of learning. But in online mode, it is somehow difficult to learn about students. And the third one is reduce attention span of students. So in online mode, it is actually the main problem of online mode is that the students' attention span is getting reduced day by day because of the notifications, and some more entertainment stuff is also there, easily available to the students. So it is quite difficult that, to engage themselves for the long time in study. Teachers find it difficult to switch on online mode. Some of the teachers in remote areas still struggling with the technical things, though government is providing training programs also, but still we have to work hard in this particular area. Need of self-discipline and motivation. This is very much required for the student because it is entirely the responsibility of students. Then they should be self-motivated and self-disciplined. So in this area, there is a challenge to keep students engaged continuously in the studies and keep them motivated because it is entirely their own duty. In the offline mode, we can say that it is somehow the responsibility of teacher also to engage students. They can engage them in by different methods, different techniques. But in online method, it is entirely the responsibility of a students. Lack of focus. Of course, I already said that just by getting a notification, they can easily distracted from their main goal. Threat of digital eye strain, which is a big threat of the online education because people are having visual problems, especially the toddlers. They are having visual problems in very early age because they have introduced this online mode very quickly in their life. Sense of isolation. When children go online on offline mode, they connect with their peer group, their teachers, their social skills are developed. But now the students are feeling isolated, especially when I'm saying about teenagers. They are having problem. They don't want to connect with people because they want to live in their own corner. They don't want to come out to connect with people. So this is a big threat of online mode. Some of the findings of my reviews is online education is a new concept and it is growing very vastly in recent years. In the age of technology and globalization, where everything is at one's fingertips, virtual existence has become a new reality. Despite having challenges, use of technology cannot be ignored. Though there are both benefits and challenges of online education, but it is a need of time, hence cannot be ignored. There are so many students who find it good to boost their knowledge through online courses as they give more flexibility, but statistics reveal that many students are likely to struggle more with online setting. Some of the suggestions: like infrastructural development. Still, we are lacking in infrastructural development in the remotest area or in the village areas. So a lot more work have to be done in this area. Teacher proper training should be given to the teachers so that they can they can overcome from the problems and start using online mode. Proper guidance to students from the very initial years. Students should be given proper guidance to make a balance between both the modes, because it is a big threat for adolescents, especially that they are involving in some involving in some other areas, like entertainment is there, so many other platform for entertainment is there, so they can easily distract. So the proper guidance should be given to students.
Sorry to interrupt, Preeti Sharma. Kindly adhere to the time. So kindly conclude
Sure.
your
Sure, ma'am. It's the last slide, I think. Sure. Conclusions. So to conclude, I must say there are both benefits and challenges of online learning, but as there is a revolutionary change in the field of education, we cannot be completely dependent on online mode or offline mode, and cannot leave offline mode completely. So I think a hybrid mode should be adopted, because it helps students to understand concept more quickly and in short period of time. Students can view online lectures and on their own pace, and other resources online on their own, and then come to class ready to go further with what they covered. For this, I want to conclude. These are the references, and thank you. Thank you so much for the giving me opportunity to present my paper. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Preeti. Professor Madhusudan, sir, would you want some questions, sir? How do we proceed, sir, with your guidance? Sir? Shall we keep question answers in the end, or shall we take?
It's up to you. Otherwise, what we can do is let all the presentations get over one by one,
All
so
right.
that we can take the
All
questions
right.
or the objections from
All right.
others as well. So
Okay.
that way, because it may take more time if we spend question and answer for one particular question. So that
All
is
right.
my idea.
Sure. Parvesh ji.
Yes, ma'am. So next, Survi Sharma is not well, so she is not presenting. So I would like to invite now Miss Swati Chakrabarti, Research Scholar, GD Goenka University, and this is the joint paper with Dr. Parvesh, and the title is the Education in the Digital
परवेश
Era.
मैम, परवेश
Yes.
मैम, एक
Yes.
मिनट देखिएगा, सुरभि शर्मा थी शायद उसमें, मैंने को होस्ट भी बनाया.
No, she has messaged me that she want to be participant only.
Okay, okay, ठीक है.
Yes.
Okay.
So I would like to invite Miss Swati Chakrabarti for the title Education in the Digital Era, an inquest of students' online learning experiences and challenges during COVID-19. So Swati, please share your screen. Preeti Sharma, please stop sharing screen.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes. Yes, Swati, please share your screen and start your presentation.
Is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yes, it is visible, Swati.
Just a second, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm not able to do it in the slideshow.
Sanjay sir.
No, wait. Swati, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, go to the slide.
Swati, wait a minute. Swati, click on the top of the slide show. See, tabs given na slide show.
Yeah, just a
Just
second.
beside the animations and just between the animations and record on the top slide show.
Sir, actually, I'm not able to click on that. Just a second.
Better to click on the slides and start your presentation.
Okay, sir. Okay. Okay, so hello everyone. Good morning. I'm Swati Chakrabarti, research scholar in GD Goenka University under Dr. Pravesh Lata ma'am. Today I'm going to present my present a paper on education in the digital era, an inquest of student challenges, students' online learning experiences and challenges during COVID. Just a second. Okay, so this is the outline of the presentation. The first is the introduction to the topic, methodology, major themes, conclusion, and references. So, I'll start with the introduction. So, COVID-19 pandemic had an impact on education system, resulted in an unexpected shift from traditional to which is face-to-face learning to what we might refer to as e-learning. Digital platforms like Zoom, Google Meet, Google Classroom, etc., were used extensively at that time. The new normal relies more on digital platform now. In many universities, hybrid learning models which combine online and in-person education have become standard. This change sought to make learning more approachable or flexible. For university students, this change presented both opportunities and challenges. The effect of pandemic on education system may differ from country to country based mostly on infrastructure and content quality. As stated in Goswami 2021, all student groups were affected by COVID-19 outbreak, but students from disadvantaged social groups suffered more. This study contains qualitative research on online learning experiences and challenges faced by higher education students in Delhi NCR. For methodology, the findings are based on primary data collected from 8 students from a university in Delhi NCR through in-depth interviews that was semi-structured. The interviews for this study were analyzed through thematic analysis by gathering codes, generating and defining themes. There are two major themes in this paper. First is accessibility and technological barriers. During the COVID-19, two communities were immediately established by University Grants Commission. One committee was tasked with promoting online education and other was given responsibility for handling matters pertaining to exam and the academic calendar. The key challenges of online education would be digital competence, social economic factors, and accessibility in terms of access to digital devices or internet. As rightly said by Heng and Sol, 2020, only online learning is entirely dependent on technological devices and the internet, and technology is most pressing challenge to online learning. If those involved in teaching and learning process are not digitally competent due to inexperience or inadequate training, as seen from the excerpts of the respondents given in the next slide. So these were the interviews. These were some of the excerpts which were taken from the interviews of the respondents. Like one of them said that there were not proper resources. There were not proper resources then, so online learning was not easy. So it if we talk about that in now, which it is very small, but at that time it was very huge because so much was going on there. And so this person had Wi-Fi, but there were network issues. So she was logged out during the vivas and during the presentations, which was difficult. Then next person said they were aware of Zoom, but they thought it was used for corporate meetings. So when they had their first online class, they had to YouTube it, how to use Zoom for video calls. And then one person said that there were internet connectivity issues. Some didn't also had laptops. And as they said, there is also some kind of gendered inequality as well. As one of the classmates' father had only one smartphone, so his brother was using that smartphone, and she was not given that smartphones to use it for her online classes. Uh, Next is academic engagement and blurred boundaries. The lack of in-person interaction with teachers and peers was one of the major challenges. In a physical classroom, students can ask questions in real time, participate in spontaneous debates, and receive immediate responses. Many students, especially those living alone, experience feelings of loneliness, disconnection as a result of this isolation. According to um, Philo et al. 2021, both academic staff and students suffered from the effects of social isolation when higher education institutions are locked down. In general, academic social interaction helps students feel a feeling of belonging. Without that sense of belonging, students may be less motivated to complete their academic obligations. Social engagement and relationships are critical for mental health across the lifetime. According to a large body of research in social science and public health, it was very difficult to stay motivated in an online setting. Students found it challenging to keep the discipline needed to successfully manage their time. Um, as it can be seen from the excerpts on the next slide. uh, like one student said she struggled with mental health issues and have done so for a while, and she used to meet with friends when she was in college, which was both helpful and distracting. However, when during COVID, when we were stuck at home, it was challenging for her because there were no one to talk to, and there was also problem of personal space at home. As when we are in college during masters or maybe in graduation, we discuss many issues which usually we don't discuss with our parents. So one of the students said that they used to discuss gender issues, leftist ideologies in class, but it was difficult to bring up those topics at home since her parents were not very open or woke. As a result, she was unable to express her opinions in the class. So according to her, she also it was not only her personal space was compromised, but her parents' personal space was also compromised. So there was so much distraction at that time, and there was nobody keeping the track of how attentive we are. So they were very carefree, as they used to get class recordings, and majority of these students were simply attending classes for the sake of attending rather than actually learning anything. Then, in conclusion, the present paper has examined the effects of COVID-19 pandemic related lockdowns on academic life and relationship between a lack of academic social interaction in online learning environment. In the pandemic context, students also had to become adjusted to new learning circumstances that could be more or less difficult and tough for particular students. The lack of equal access in is the country's biggest concerned with online education and instruction. It is crucial to have access to electronic devices like laptops, smartphones, in addition to having good internet and technology services. Only when the digital devices is closed by effective structural measures that address issues of equity and accessibility can digital education be useful. It is important to carefully consider the emotional consequences associated with excessive screen usage, as well as feeling of isolation and detachment. The sociological ramifications, such as how existing educational disparities may be worsened as a result of resource limitations, also require careful consideration. The repercussion of having an in-depth understanding of these issues extend beyond the classroom. And these are the references for the citations I have used in this presentation. Thank you. Ma'am, should I stop sharing my screen?
Yes, Swati. Thank you so much, Swati, for this presentation.
Thank you.
So, yes, if there will be any question, then we will take the question answer round at the last.
Okay, ma'am.
So now I would like to invite Mr. Vijay Parmar, and the title of the topic is Challenges and Benefits of Online Education, Digital Pedagogical Challenges for Inclusive Education. And Mr. Vijay Parmar is research scholar in Galgotia University, Uttar Pradesh. So I would like to invite Mr. Vijay. Mr. Vijay, are you there? Hello.
Yes, Mr. Vijay is there. Wait a minute, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, Mr. Vijay is co-host. Mr. Vijay?
Yes, sir. Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Open your video and share your slide.
Okay. I hope my PPT is visible.
Yes, it is visible.
Okay, sir. Thank you. So good morning, everyone. Just wait, sir. Yes, sir. The topic of my presentation is challenges and benefit of online education, the digital pedagogical challenges for inclusive education. I'm research scholar at Gulgotia University, Greater Noida, under the supervision of Dr. Srikant Dwivedi ji. The content of presentations are introduction, then the need of this topic and the objectives of this particular presentation, methodologies, findings, and conclusion. So come to the introduction. The online education is the well-known concept these days, and post-COVID, we are using this online education in every part of and parcel of our life. Even I'm a research scholar in Gulgotia University, but in the same time, I'm a lecturer in a private college in Lloyd Institute of Management and Technology. And we have adopted this online education for imparting education to our B.Ed students also. Not during COVID era, but we are every now and then we using these strategies of online educations to impart education and get the student benefit of this distance mode education. Though they are regular students, but due to some point, we are providing them online things also. So second thing is digital pedagogical practices. The digital pedagogies look critically at digital tools as potential means for learning and teaching. It considers digital content and space as valuable sites for information and knowledge, in addition to traditional mediums such as books or classroom. Inclusive education. Inclusive education is a new method of teaching in which we try to impart education under the same roof to everyone, to every differently able student, like those who are physically challenged or mildly mentally challenged, or those are deprived sections, everyone. So in this present presentation, I have included some points in which how the inclusive education could be developed and what are the challenges of online education, and due to those challenges, how inclusive education, which is the mainly highlighted in NEP 2020, is underdeveloped. So the objectives: to understand the challenges of online education, to find out the remedies to get rid of the challenges in the way of online education, implement the ways of improvement of online education in real ground, to explore the modern pedagogical practices, to understand the challenges and benefit of modern pedagogical practices in inclusive schools, to explore the benefits of modern technologies for inclusive education, and to analyze the importance of technologies for inclusive education. Yes, the aim, just a minute, sir. The aim of the research, the aim of the research carried out was to analyze the level of digital Sorry, sir, the screen is a bit shaking. Yes. Based on the objective, the following research questions I have explored: what are the perspectives of the school management on the level of the competence of inclusive school teacher? Does the management of school focus on digital competence for the online education teacher? And what are the perspective of school management and government regarding the challenges to promote the digital competence of inclusive education? By answering these research questions, we aim to provide a deeper answer to the digital competence of teacher engaged in inclusive education. How presentation is aligned with the conference theme? Presentation is focused on track 3, digital transformation on digital online education, track 3.4, digital pedagogical challenges for inclusive education. Online education, its challenges and benefits are highlighted the way improve it, and teachers how to make inclusive education successful with the help of digital pedagogical practices, its challenges, and way to overcome the challenges. Through these points, it is tried to align the presentation with the conference theme and the track. The discussion is done on the basis of various studies conducted in India and overseas on the success of inclusive education methodology. To respond to the research objectives, the descriptive measure was adopted to understand the research problem. I have used the secondary data of the previous research work and performed the literature survey on the related issues, identified the challenges and benefit of online education in the way of inclusive education. It gives the comparative way out of the inclusive education with the regular education, and determine the benefits of transformed pedagogical practices in the way of inclusive education. The problem is tried to be understood with the reviews of similar researches done on these issues, different challenges and benefits identified, different measures to eradicate these challenges are identified. These are some challenges. Let's come to the finding. The findings suggest that schools take measures to increase the pedagogical practices to improve and strengthen the inclusive education. We should improve the infrastructural, acquiring digital resources and devices, developing new digital training experience according to the need of the education to the inclusive teachers engaged in inclusive education, promoting and rewarding the digital training of school teachers, and attitude of the teachers should also be refined by including social ethos and facilities on the basis of achievement, economic facilities on the basis of achievement of students of such system of education. Apart from these points, to make online and inclusive education more equitable, it should be affordable. Otherwise, it will be beneficial to a class only, and the medium families will not be able to get benefited from this. Above all, the discussion and reviewing various scholars' work, it is found that all the barriers discussed above are responsible and the challenges for the success of inclusive education. But the challenges found in the use of modern pedagogical practices will be proved the game changer, but lack of training and attitude of the teacher is the biggest hurdle. Since science and technology has given its best focus for imparting knowledge to larger behind, but the promoters and the managements of the schools should provide enough amples of opportunities to the teachers and should provide the amples of the equipments which enable the online education and modern pedagogical practices so that our students and teachers got benefited from this. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Vijay Parmar, for your beautiful presentation. So now I would like to please stop sharing your screen. So now I would like to invite Dr. Khushbu Verma, and she is Assistant Professor, Satyug Darshan Institute of Research and Education, Faridabad, Haryana. And her topic is Issues and Challenges of Digital Education. Dr. Khushbu, are you there? Sanjay sir,
Yes.
please make her co-host.
Wait a minute, madam. Wait a minute. Yes, Khushbu is co-host. Khushbu, open your yes video and share your PPT. Are you listening me, Khushbu? आवाज आ रही है मेरी?
Yes sir, I'm listening.
अपने
Yes
PPT
sir.
शेयर करके आप स्टार्ट कीजिए.
So please start your presentation.
Good morning, dignified guests and representatives of CTPDCON-ERA 2023 and participants. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to present my paper on digital education. Digital education is largely an innovation of the last few decades, although it already exists in various forms slightly earlier. Shortly, the education system environment are anticipated as mitigation unforeseen natural and artificial pandemics such as COVID-19 in 2020 by the significant changes associated with digitalization of some portion of the system. This article aims to provide valuable perspective of ICT and digital education into its future benefit, risk, and challenges of embracing the latest technology in this digital era. Digital education means digital learning. Learning that is supported by digital technology, instructional practice that makes effective use of technology. Digital learning guarantee more participation for student as the current generation of students are well versed with laptop, iPads and smartphones. They all know how to operate the laptop, iPhone, smartphones, iPad, etc. They already have the skills to operate them. But the challenges of digital education But the challenges of digital education, digital literacy and infrastructure. The majority of Indian population still does not have the required internet bandwidth and many are illiterate in digital terminologies and devices. Even we have not the required internet bandwidth. हम आपस में डिजिटल एजुकेशन से जुड़े हुए हैं कहीं ना कहीं, फिर भी हम लोगों के पास इन चीज की आज भी कमी है। तो हम कैसे ये उम्मीद कर सकते हैं कि जो हमारे रूरल एरियाज हैं उनके पास ये सारी चीजें हों। गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया इनिशिएटिव लाइफ NOFN नेशनल ऑप्टिकल फाइबर नेटवर्क connected 5 lakh villages via broadband till 2017, 25 cities by Wi-Fi by the end of 2015 is a significant step in this direction. First, we have the information literacy, then we go to the technology literacy, then we have the digital citizenship. कि हमें वहां पे टेक्नोलॉजी का यूज करना आ गया है, इंटरनेट हमारे पास है और हम उसको यूज कर पा रहे हैं सेफली. Almost 85% of the Indian population does not speak or write in English. Creation of a Hindi, other supported local language, internet to tap the suburban or rural market potential can prove to be a key element to penetrate deeper. Even the NEP 2020 has a special focus on online education. Universities and institutes like NITs and IGNOU will be connected pilot research study for maximizing the benefit of digital learning in India. Online tools and platforms like Diksha, Swam will be upgraded with new insight to training, content, inline resources, assessment ads, profiles, etc. That will allow seamless interaction. It also focuses on creation of public digital and in-operate infrastructure that can be utilized by multiple platforms. NEP 2020 also emphasizes the creation of virtual labs, wherein students can practice their theoretical knowledge and make courses content available in different languages. Active campaigning, informative session, technical workshop, and a multiple prone approach is needed to bring about digital awareness and change traits like distance education to digital education. Digital education involves effective and efficient use of appropriate and latest hardware and software technology. इसका यूज होना बहुत जरूरी है. जो हमें अभी तक लेटेस्ट हार्डवेयर एंड सॉफ्टवेयर टेक्नोलॉजी है वो कहीं ना कहीं हम लैग कर जाते हैं उसमें आज भी. टेक्नोलॉजी, इक्वलिटी एंड एक्सेसिबिलिटी. सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज तो हमारे पास यही है कि इक्विटी एंड एक्सेसिबिलिटी. कंप्यूटर लिटरेसी, हमारे पास कंप्यूटर लिटरेसी भी नहीं है. लाइक जो टीचर एंड स्टूडेंट हैं बोथ हैव एट लीस्ट basic level of computer literacy, because after that they have exchanged their ideas and they know how to range of the search engine, For example, to access the World Wide Web easily, as well as to familiar with news group, etc. Limitation of technology, slow or intermittent internet access. We have sometimes very slow internet connection. We lost the connectivity in the classroom. And student challenges from the student abilities is that they must be have mature, self-discipline, must be well organized, self-motivate, and they feel isolated. They follow they miss the company of the students and their friends, usually not appropriate for younger student. Facilitator abilities, lack of essential online qualities. They have not the essential online qualities. Must create a supportive environment, be accessible. School administration and faculty uncomfortable with change, more interest. Academy moves slowly. जो भी हमारा एकेडमिक है वो बहुत स्लोली मूव करने लगा है. जैसे हमने फोकस करा है डिजिटल एजुकेशन में, कहीं ना कहीं लैग कर जाते हैं और वो बहुत मूव स्लोली हो रहा है. पुअर रिस्पॉन्स फॉर MOOCS, जो भी हमारे MOOCS हैं, मॉक टेस्ट है, ये जो भी है ओपन लर्निंग है, इसका बहुत पुअर रिस्पॉन्स आ रहा है. और ऑनलाइन एनवायरमेंट, लेवल ऑफ सिनर्जी, यहाँ पर आपसी जो हमारा तालमेल है वो कहीं ना कहीं बिगड़ जाता है. सम क्लासेस नॉन अप्रोप्रिएट फॉर ऑनलाइन टीचिंग, अप्रोप्रिएट करिकुलम, फेस टू फेस मेथड डज नॉट ऑलवेज वर्क इन द वर्चुअल मीडियम. And now my take on it all. Challenges: setting it up and keeping it fresh, lectures, missing face-to-face connections, building relationships through virtual world, writing reference letter, being online and accessible. Some suggestions I want to give there: develop high quality digital learning programs, teacher skill development, and digital classroom, ICT teaching, provide internet facility, proper guidance of the student. There are some benefits: flexibilities, satisfaction, continuous improvement, ability to stay connecting without actual contact, global students. These are the benefits also there. Conclusion is then, finally, I will be conclude by saying, for digital learning, most effective within the education, 21st century education is the most vital nation's development. However, education is extremely important for growing our economy, society, and polity. 21st century education in India has many challenges and opportunity. We would like to speak about digital learning then and highlight in order that the government can resolve such issues. 21st century opportunities are available, but the way to get benefit from these opportunities and the way to form them accessible to others may be a matter of concern. Digital classroom, online classes, ICT tools are developing education to give better opportunities. Education sector in India has been seen a series of rapid expansion in last couple of years, which help to transform the country into a knowledge haven. Development of education infrastructure is required for the development of digital education across the country. This will be lead to considerable increase in infrastructure investment in the education sector. Democratic governance, English speaking, teach, educated talent, and a strong legal and intellectual property protection framework are required for the development of digital education in Indian society. There are some references from which I taken my paper. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Dr. Khushbu Verma, to present your views very precisely. So now I would like to invite Miss Mamta Pasrija. She is research scholar, Galgotia University, Greater Noida, Uttar Pradesh. And your title of your paper is Digital Education Issues, Challenges, and Benefits for Adolescents. So, Ms. Mamta, you are invited to present your paper. Start your presentation.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I think my PPT is visible to everyone.
Yes, it is visible.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, Mamta Pastrija, I'm a research scholar in School of Education, Galgotia University, under the supervision of Dr. Satyendra Gupta, sir. He is professor and dean in School of Education, Galgotia University. And my topic is digital education issues, challenges, and benefits for adolescents. Outline is, I'll just give some introduction on the topic, then problem statement, objectives related to the topic, and methodology, discussions point, and the conclusion and references. The chalk and talk approach of conventional education is seen as being replaced by digital education in today's scenario. Today's education is a hybrid of technology, creative learning, and digital information. It is no longer solely confined to textbook and classrooms. Children and adolescents' lives have been significantly altered by digital technologies, social media, the internet, and the devices used to access it, such as tablet and smartphones. So what is digital education? Education is provided through digital technologies is known as digital education. Lots of technologies are providing education like Zoom, in Zoom, Google Meet, Teams, Skypes, etc. Not all were developed during the COVID, but some technologies occurred before the pandemic, but came into the limelight during that period. The process of teaching and learning through the help of digital tools and technology is called digital education. Then e-learning. What is e-learning? E-learning is where learning take place with the help of the internet. It can be easily accessible anywhere, anytime, and any place. It is also called the network-enabled transfer of learning, skills, and information. And many participants can get into the knowledge at the same time of the same time or the different times. Online education. Online education is a type of education where students use their own gadgets like computer, laptops, palm tops, tablets, and smartphones through the internet, and distance courses are the best example for the online education. Problem statement. The COVID-19 lockdown situation has taught us the value of online education, and we have already noticed that many schools and colleges offer classes online when they need it. However, when it comes to the future of digital education in India, we might see that it picks up speed in the following few years or a decade. Teens got addicted to these technologies and gadgets, and their physical and mental health got also affected by these devices. So my topic I already told. There are some objectives to know about the digital education, e-learning, and online education, to understand the issues and challenges of digital education for adolescents, to understand the benefits of digital education for adolescents. So the next topic is issues and challenges for the adolescents. So there are many opportunities for digital education, but in the current state of the sector in India, some were depressing. Like there are some challenges and issues are facing by the adolescents. First one is the challenges with electricity and internet connection. There are many problems with energy, but it is necessary for the digital devices. However, there are numerous electricity related issues in India. Electricity troubles are less common in urban region, but but in the rural regions there are more problems occur there, and the speed or the internet connections and their plans and the speed and internet problems can happen. So the hinder of the learning process issues are occur in that cases. No physical interaction. Online or e-learning classes do not involve any face-to-face interaction with instructor or lecturers. Therefore, even though teachers are unaware of any teen's actual performance, there is no link. So there should be physical interaction with the teens to learn how they are performing in their real life. Next one is the cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is very common among teens at schools. Even though getting the education or knowledge through the help of technology, cyberbullying is a new way to harm or disgrace victim with the click of a button. Next one is sexual abuse and exploitation. Digital technologies increases the level of sexual abuse and exploitation in teens. Teens do not have full knowledge of technology, so sometimes they use unprotected social media and gaming forms, so they are trapped in cyber crimes. Effect on their physical and mental health. Teens got addicted to these technologies and gadgets, and their physical and mental health got affected by these devices. Moderate use of these technologies beneficial for these teens, but excessive use of this technology is very harmful for them. Less physical activities. Young children are now busy with their gadgets and technologies, and they do not have physical activities, even though they have enhanced their social relationship with digital technologies. Now they play online games with their online friends. They have negative effects on their own physical and their social development. Next is the benefit of digital education for adolescents. So there are some benefits. Access to education. The benefit of digital education is access to education for everyone. Teens can easily getting the knowledge of education by these digital technology. Next one is personalized learning. The most important benefit of digital education system is to chance to help students learn at their own pace, at their own path, the work so that works best for them. The most effective type of personalized learning is one-to-one interaction, but it is costly and time consuming also. Next is no need for travel long distance. Teens get benefits at the sitting at home. They can getting all the knowledge what they have, what they need. Do not have to travel long distance to learn or to educate. Next is smart classrooms. The chalk and talk approach is no longer used. The teacher are using more techniques to show pupils that learning can be creative and enjoyable. Modern classroom come with a TV or a projector, making the transition from a traditional classroom session to an interactive digital session. Due to their broad familiarity with the digital environment, they may encourage people to pay closer attention with that. Next is smarter teens. That digital education make teens dynamics. Digital learning offer a better context, a stronger sense of possibilities, and more engaging activities than traditional education method. It is also significantly more interactive and reimburse their generous textbook or one-sided lectures. The next is the methodology. The stages for completing this work, I just followed by some research methodology, like I just conducted a review of literature on digital education, determining the issues and challenges of digital education for adolescents, determining the benefits of digital education for adolescents. So there are some discussion point that can occur. A few expert studies indicate that digital education had advanced considerably and expanded education possibilities. The younger generation fully use modern tools and gadgets. Their physical and mental development is on the dangerous side, and sometimes excessive use of technology make them emotionally and socially deprived. Parents should notice how much time teens spend on the digital technologies. They also should be aware of what they are doing while getting digital education. Parents should engage them in some activities and take interest in their activities also, and parents should develop a bond with them, with their teenagers. And the conclusion, India has begun to understand that education must adapt to industry 4.0. With the development of technology, we must fundamentally change how and what we learn. The vast ocean of information available to you, today's youth, can be explored with the help of digital education. Despite the challenges it encounters, digital learning is a new way that education is delivered, and it will grow and lead to paradigm shift. Teens should be cautious while using digital technologies in education and other social media apps. So these are the references for I just cite, and thank you so much to listening me.
So thank you, Ms. Mamta Pasrija, for your presentation. So you have elaborated on this various issues and challenges. Now I would like to invite Ms. Monica Pasrija, and she is also the research scholar, Galgotia University, Greater Noida, Uttar Pradesh. So your topic of presentation is challenges and benefits of online education, transformation of learning from traditional teaching to online teaching. So Ms. Monica, you are requested to share your screen. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Monica. So please share your screen and start your presentation.
Yes, ma'am. My screen is visible, ma'am.
Yes, it is visible.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Monica. I'm a research scholar, Department of Education, Galgotia University. My topic is challenges and benefits of online education, transformation of learning from traditional teaching to online teaching. The outline is introduction, problem statement, objectives, methodology, discussion, conclusion, and references. Introduction. Education plays a vital role in our lives. It is the process of learning and the acquisition of knowledge, skills, values, and habits. The education sector is one of the most affected sectors by COVID-19, and institutions struggling to find ways to remain open. Online learning tools appeared as a boon during those days. Now, the online education. Online education is not a new concept in India. Previously, some broadcast services like the Doordarshan and the All India Radio conducted educational programs for students outside the physical premises of educational institutions. Now, online education is a way of delivering education digitally, using the internet through a virtual learning interface. Problem of statement. In this study, we explain how students could benefit from the courses, examines the challenges and benefits of online education. And how online education transformed learning from traditional to online. The title is Challenges and Benefits of Online Education, Transformation of Learning from Traditional Teaching to Online Teaching. Objectives. Some objectives are to describe the different drivers of the growth of online education, which encourage online education. The different drivers are more and more use of technologies, low cost of internet, flexible classroom schedules, less time consuming assessments, and much more. Next is to describe the challenges which is faced by the students during online education, to explore the ways to overcome the challenges, to describe the benefits of online education, which is experienced by the students, to describe the benefits which has transformed the traditional learning to online teaching. Challenges of online education are, the first is less attraction. Less attraction means most of the time during the online classes, students' attentiveness is distracted very easily. It is very difficult to students to focus and understand what is being taught in the class. The main reason for this is the lack of communication between the teachers and the students. This is the main reason. The lack of communication between the teacher and the student. But we can resolve this challenge if the teacher should have to interact with students on every topic that has been discussed in the class. The next is distraction. Another challenges of online education is students are always surrounded a variety of distraction. This distraction means watching movies, playing video games, listening music while taking online classes. So students can distract very easily. Lack of technological facilities. Nowadays, everyone has a smartphones and everyone is familiar with the fundamental of using it. Technical devices like mobile phones, laptop, and computer with an internet connections are required for online classes, but there are some socio-economic groups that cannot afford these facilities and are unable to take advantage of online classes. This is the biggest challenge in online learning. Next is technical issues. population is distributed between rural and urban areas, it is not possible to get good connectivity. This makes the process of online teaching and learning more difficult due to some network issues, and overloading on a single site creates some problems like delays of classes. Students do not get enough time to cover the syllabus and do not understand what is going in the class. Next is increased dependency. In an online, just a minute. My PPT is visible. I'm audible.
You're audible, but your
Yes,
PPT has gone.
Sharing.
Just wait, ma'am. I think so. Sharing screen is. Just wait, ma'am. Now it is visible?
Yeah, visible.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Increased dependency. In an online environment, it is quite simple to rely on internet. Student depends on the internet's artificial intelligence tool to finish their assignments. Student decided to submit the assignment that has been copied from other sources, and they frequently seek the short routes. These are the challenges. Now we will discuss the benefits of online education. The first one is flexibility. With an online program, students may balance their employment and education. Many institutions also provide PowerPoint presentations on various topics, allowing students to spread their learning over the courses of the day. Actually, online education is very flexible. Next point is self-paced learning. Students may learn at their own pace because of the flexibility that online education gives, which is one of the advantage. Self-paced learning can also help to develop their management skills also. Some students struggle with having a set of study and prefer to study and attended online lectures when they are most alert. Next is updated learning materials. In comparison to traditional physical classes, working with current learning material is another advantage of the online learning. Online course will quickly spread information with new innovation, discoveries, and studies also. The next is lower cost. The online program may not always be less expensive than traditional classes, although overall costs are typically lower. Actually, it works through internet, so it can be easily accessible anywhere and everywhere. Next is broader perspective. Online learners can connect with other online students from around the world, giving them a more global perspective. Because of the nature of online learning, students may interact with others. Student will have the opportunity to interact with people from the various cultures and backgrounds, because the program doesn't demand that the students be in the nation where the university is located. And some other benefits are more interactive learning, lifelong learner, affordable for all classes, easily accessible. Next is transformation of learning from traditional teaching to online teaching. The growth of online learning has transformed the educational landscape and given rise to the new learning. The delivery strategies such as blended learning and the flipped classrooms have also been brought about the online education. A flipped classroom is a type of blended learning where students are introduced to connect at home and practice working through it at school. Blended learning is an approach to education that combines online educational material and opportunities for interaction online and physical placed classroom methods. Now, some methods are: few samples of literature reviews has been followed for the study. Different steps were followed to complete this work. Perform the literature survey on online education, identifying the challenges and growth drivers for online education. Compare online education with existing education. Determine the transformation of learning from traditional teaching to online teaching. Discussion. According to the study, some of the literature reviews online education has been going for a long time and opened new opportunities in education. When we compare the online education system to the traditional system, when we require digital competent teachers, online teaching and learning can be supported by tools, resources, communications, and strategies. Online learners should have a clear understanding of the purpose and importance of tools, resources, communication, and strategies. Now, the conclusion is the growth of online learning has changed the educational landscape, presenting both new opportunities and difficulties for conventional educational institutions. Education is now more widely available, flexible, and affordable. Thanks to online learning, learning institutions now face new complications and opportunities as a result of the introduction of new learning platform and delivery strategies. Traditional educational institutions have had to change to the new educational digital landscape, investing in infrastructure and new technologies while innovating to stay competitive. In terms of certification and quality control, online education has posed new obstacles, but it has also given institutions new chances to broaden their influences. Overall, online learning has had a significant impact. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Parveshji, you're on mute.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Monica, for your presentation. Now we are moving ahead. Now I would like to invite Dr. Balbir Kaur, Head of the Department, School of Education, Shri Guru Ram Rai University, Dehradun, Uttarakhand, India. And her topic of presentation is Challenges in Digitization of Education. So I would like to invite you for your presentation. So start your presentation, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning to the respected chair, co-chair, convener, co-convener, moderator, fellow presenters, and audience. First of all, I extend my gratitude to the organizers of CTPDCON-ERA 2023 for providing me this platform to present my views. I'm Dr. Balbir Kaur, Associate Professor and HOD B.Ed School of Education, Shri Guru Ram Rai University, Dehradun, Uttarakhand, and I'm presenting at the first International E-Conference organized by CTPD Development from 12th to 15th October 2023. I'm presenting my paper entitled Challenges of Digitalization in Online Education, which is co-authored by Dr. Manmohan Singh Jassal, Associate Professor, DAV PG College, Dehradun, Uttarakhand. Here, I would also like to submit that I'm going to discuss only the challenges and not the possible solutions due to the time restrictions to keep my paper short. I have reviewed various papers and concluded herein. Digital education is the use of technology, digital content, and instruction to improve the educational system's effectiveness and efficiency over the conventional educational system. With time, digital learning has grown in popularity, but in India, making this access available has proven to be difficult. It creates some difficulties and challenges that cannot be ignored and must be resolved. The statement that digital learning should be more about human touch than just machines was made with a good reason. This research paper aims to address the technological, psychological, and health-related difficulties and challenges with the online digital education system so that we can think about the future generations. The challenges of digital education and learning is discussed under three major heads. First, the technological challenges, the psychological challenges, and the health challenges. First of all, I'll discuss the technological challenges, which are technological skills of the learners. To use a digital educational platform, one must be computer literate. The benefits that a student will derive from an educational program depend on his or her ability to access and engage with the course material. Lack of tech facilities. The sole prerequisite of digital education is access to internet on a computer, a mobile device, or a laptop. However, there are still some socioeconomic groups that are unable to pay for these amenities and hence are unable to take advantage of digital education. Lack of digital infrastructure. Despite of tremendous progress in improving digital access, India still have to go a long way. Only 15% of Indian families have access to a computer and even fewer have access to internet, according to a recent study. Rural areas where internet connectivity and access to technology are few are severely affected by this lack of digital infrastructure. Lack of funds. Despite best efforts and intentions, many schools in India lack the funding to provide the most basic facilities such as seating areas for children, playgrounds, washrooms, etc. Computers and internet connectivity are unthinkable in many communities. Lack of trained educators. Many teachers lack the skill and expertise required to integrate technology into their teaching strategies, especially in rural locations where there are usually fewer chances for professional development and on-the-ground implementation. Lack of awareness. This refers to the lack of awareness of significance of digital education and the potential advantages it can offer among numerous stakeholders, including parents, teachers, and administrators. Technical issues. The whole population is split between urban and rural areas. It's not always possible to get good connectivity. This makes the process of digital education more difficult. Also, website crashing because of overload on a single site result in lessons being delayed, and students rarely comprehend what is being taught in the lectures and do not have enough time to complete the syllabus. Lack of productivity. The fact that pupils must spend hours sitting still in a major disadvantage of digital education. Laziness is also promoted by this. Instead of working hard, the pupils may decide to sit still and flick through their phones. Increased dependency. Students can very easily rely on internet, artificial intelligence tools, or even classmates to accomplish their assignments in a digital learning environment. Students decide to submit assignments that have been copied from other sources. Bad time management. Even without being a student, managing your regular day-to-day tasks can be challenging. It might be challenging to manage all these obligations because of the additional tasks that digital education adds to the students' to-do list. Lack of hands-on training. Digital learning works better for some subjects such as biology. For instance, it will be easier in general because they involve a lot of visual and audio explanation. However, due to practical aspects, studying things like medical studies, dental work, pottery, or other skill-related work may be challenging. Lack of discipline. Distractions have increased because of the unrestricted use of laptops and smartphones in class, which frequently prevents pupils from paying attention in the class. Next, I'm going to discuss the psychological challenges. Feeling of isolation. Lack of their classmates and professors and teachers in their immediate surroundings can make children feel alone. They begin to feel alienated from the class and turn off their webcams and fall asleep. Lack of in-person interaction. Virtual interaction cannot replicate physical interaction psychologically. There are times when the physical presence of a teacher and other students create an atmosphere that cannot be duplicated virtually. Lack of EdTech and online learning options for special needs of students. So students with special needs are the group of students that online learning's progress has completely overlooked. Students with special disabilities require a more individualized and practical approach to instruction. Even if technology has advanced significantly, a teacher or expert must still be present all the time to help the student with their duties. Lesser attention span. In online classes, students find it difficult to focus and comprehend since their attention spans are getting shorter. The main reason for this is a lack of communication between faculty and students. Lack of interest. Lethargy has bred a general lack of interest in everything, including schoolwork. Cyberbullying in the shadows of online learning. Cyberbullying is defined as an aggressive, intentional act carried out by a group of individuals using electronic form of contact repeatedly and over time against a victim who cannot easily defend himself or herself. This is stated by Smith in 2008. It is carried out by the use of mobile phones and the internet and can occur via text, calls, video clips, emails, etc. According to a study by Smith, Bowman, and Wong in 2019, the experiences of cyberbullying can have adverse effects, either short-term or long-term, for both the victims as well as perpetrators. The impact on those who get bullied may include loss of self-esteem, depression, suicidal tendency, health problems, and reduced academic performance, whereas those who bully may develop an abusive antisocial pattern of behavior. No provision for students with learning disabilities in online learning. According to Learning Disabilities Association of Canada 2015, learning disabilities refer to a number of disorders which may affect the acquisition, organization, retention, understanding, or use of verbal or non-verbal information. For some students, online learning can have negative implications for self-efficacy, fatigue, and burnout, particularly if they have a learning disability. Unmet emotional needs in a digital age. Online learning behind a computer, miles away from classmates and instructors, all of whom may be in different time zones, can feel abstract. The need for a shoulder to cry on and emotional catharsis remains missing in online learning. Parental stress. Some of the concerns of parents regarding online distance learning, such as keeping the kids focused, challenges with maintaining a daily routine, trouble balancing personal office and school work, trouble maintaining a wake up and sleep pattern, academic procrastination, which is now developing to a great extent, problematic use of internet. So these are all parental stress. Student mental stress. According to an online study conducted by Ministry of Women's Empowerment and Child Protection in Indonesia for more than 3,200 elementary to high school students in July 2020, 13% of respondents experienced symptoms that led to stress disorders and mild to severe depression during the COVID-19 pandemic, especially when following the online learning. The negative mental health consequences of online learning among students can include escalated stress and depression. Now, next we have the health-related challenges. Online learning often requires a lot of screen time, staring at computer devices all day long for several hours. It has several harmful consequences, including headaches, neck and back pain, abnormal circadian rhythm, and eye strain. Eyesight problem. The blue light which comes out of the mobiles and the laptops is a concern, because major headaches have been caused by increased screen time strain on eyes. Not just students, but also teachers should be aware of this blue light. Lack of physical activities. Children who do not participate in physical activity often develop obesity. Lack of physical exercise is the root cause of muscle spasm, rigidity, low calcium levels, etc. Zoom fatigue. Zoom fatigue is the exhaustion experienced after participating in Zoom classes. The mind is overloaded with information because of sharp increase in screen time, and the brain finds it challenging to process it all.
Sorry to interrupt, Dr. Balbir. Kindly conclude your presentation.
All right, there are two more this thing that I'm going to discuss: vitamin D deficiency, because the students are learning inside the classrooms and inside the rooms of the house. And next one is stress and anxiety, and last is bad ergonomics, which is like the students are sitting on table, they don't sit in proper postures, and so it develops a lot of problems. Now, conclusion. This study has examined the negative impacts of digital education through online learning from a broad perspective and from the perspectives of academics and students based on this systematic review done on current studies. The critical review expanded on the assessment of psychological effects of online learning mandated by COVID on pupils and the growing achievement gap between students from diverse backgrounds. The evaluation of current literature also revealed that teachers face pedagogical difficulties as they get ready to transition to an emergency-based online system. Online schooling was a fantastic advantage when it first began, but things quickly changed and stopped functioning as well. Health problems significantly increased with increased screen time. Parents just added to the strain that kids already experienced because they were exposed to worry and anxiety from a young age. Several publications talked about the difficulties in creating a long-lasting digitalized learning environment. The present period has been acknowledged as a crucial element for the creation and consolidation of sustainable education through digital literacy. Let's ponder. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Balbir. It was really a nice presentation. So thank you. Now I would like to invite Dr. Gomti Santhala, and she is assistant professor, Sanjay Teachers Training College, Jaipur, Rajasthan. And her title of presentation is Challenges and Benefits of Online Education. So Dr. Gomti, are you there?
Dr. Pravesh, I think Gomti is not available.
Okay, so let's move further. So now I would like to invite Aribam Barajita, and she is student department of geography, Dayal Singh College, University of Delhi, New Delhi, India. And your topic of presentation is the new and modern form of school, trends, challenges, and benefits. So I would like to invite you, and please you share your screen and start your presentation. Sir, any name? Yes, she is. Yes, please start your presentation and share your screen.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, just a second. It's just permissions.
Sir, make her co-host Sanjay sir.
She is co-host.
Ma'am, is my screen visible?
Yes, now it is visible.
Okay. Hello and good morning to all present here. I am Arimbam Brajita Devi. I'm a graduate student from Dayal Singh College, University of Delhi, and I will be presenting this presentation on the topic Digital Education, the New and Modern Form of School, Trends, Challenges, and Benefits. I would like to start my presentation with this thought from Benjamin Bloom. It makes no sense to expect all students to take the same amount of time to achieve the same objective. What I understood from this thought is all of the students, every single student are different in their own way. So their speed of learning, their speed of knowing the knowledge is different. With this, I would like to present my presentation. The objective of presentation is the impact of technology on education, to evaluate the benefits of digital education and learning, to promote a virtual learning space Online education versus value of money and time, online learning practices for traditional teachers, and it will be a comparison of traditional teaching and as well as online teaching. Issues and challenges of digital education, digital learning challenges in India, e-learning initiative of our country, remote learning as the new normal, new trends to watch out for. Introduction. Synonymously understood as technology enhanced learning, e-learning, digital enhanced learning, or online education. In simple terms, digital education is the use of technology, digital tools to teach and learn. It offers various advantages to students like exposure to new opportunities, personalized learning, high engagement. Overall, it's in development for better result. It allows a student to be able to monitor the growth without any additional hassle. Through the use of various digital tools, they're allowed to easily identify their own mistake, take time necessary precautions to ensure these mistakes do not repeat in future. A brief history of education and school. The earliest human being didn't need school to pass along information. They educated youngsters on individual basis within family unit. Over time, however, population grew and societies were formed. People soon figured out that it would be easier and more efficient to have a small group of adults teach a large group of children. In this way, the concept of school was born. The earlier school often focused more on teaching skills, passing along religious values. Horace Mann was the person also known as the father of modern education. He was known to promote the new education, and he proposed the modern education system in schools. And soon the other states and countries, they began to adapt. Rise in digital education. After the pandemic happened, most organizations realized that traditional training methods such as seminar, face-to-face workshop aren't the way to go anymore. Everyone was pressed to adopt online education or learning, which resulted in 191 countries in the world, that is 98% of global student population, that switched to online learning. Some popular sites were Google Classrooms, Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and there are much more. Impact of technology on education. Here is a pie chart that which shows that there are sites, apps, or a type of way to learn which is digitally, and it's kind of like a comparison because it includes chalk and blackboard data also. This data was taken from a survey conducted at Malaysia Educational Institution, which we can see that indicates majority of the respondents have high interest in the use of CIDOS, which is Curriculum Information Document Online System. And there are other classroom learning followed by mobile apps learning, chalk and blackboard learning, which are tying with 16%. Virtual reality and augmented reality apps at 14%, YouTube at 13%, gamified via Kahoot, and quizzes and MOOC at 8% respectively. Here we see a difference between traditional method and method with technology, traditional teaching and learning, which includes physical learning materials, equipment like paper, pens, chalkboards, limited access to education and materials. Like we have libraries, and true that there are a lot number of books, articles, papers, but still it is limited to that particular library also. Teaching and learning typically occurs in person classroom settings, which can limit the number of students that sit there or be present there. Teaching and learning with technology, it has a wider access to education material and information, more available channels and tools for communication as well as collaboration, enables a more personalized kind of learning for students. Now, the benefits of digital education. Here I have compressed 8 benefits. However, there are lots of other benefits, lots of benefits that we might not even know for now at the present, which may occur in future. Firstly, easy access. Resources such as recorded lectures, additional reading can easily share, giving students the opportunity to maximize their learning and to go over subject that they find more and more challenging, as well as get extra information related to the subject that they wish to understand better. This extended learning opportunity helps students to grasp the fact that learning can occur irrespective of various times and places. They can easily allow students to study when they choose to, as well as access a global learning community with the potential to share knowledge with other people. Infinite sea of knowledge. Digital learning offers a larger range of delivery methods for learning. Imagery, audio, video content can all be integrated in seamlessly into a lesson. It's a heaven for those curious souls. Unlimited knowledge can turn to be truly amazing. Free resources good for those who cannot afford it. It's pocket friendly. A lot of population, not just in our country, in global and in world population also, there are many students, not just students, learners who wants to learn, who want to achieve something, who are curious, but financial condition doesn't allow them to. So in that way, digital learning like Google has a free and completely user-friendly learning system, which is pocket friendly, and of course they can learn. Diplomas and degrees, it is in lower price. I would like to give this as an example. School of Open Learning under University of Delhi is the biggest example that I can give in our country. There are website of the original university that conduct online courses, or they have made them online. And the degree that they gave, or the certificates that they gave, holds the same value as a degree that we get normally or in a physical mode of education. Flexible learning, instead of one fits for all, we have flexible learning, which means some people are better in mornings, other are sudden bursts of productivity at night. The traditional learning model doesn't allow these of things. With digital learning, there's no back of the class. The student can take things at their own pace. Of course, there are times where they need to be present, like exam or assessment, but they can also catch up with these flexible resources at their own time. Dissected units. By this, I meant breaking down units and content according to one's own need. Learning and understanding speed of each individual is different and incomparable. With the advancement of technologies, these differences can be tackled now. A major drawback of the traditional education system is that many students experience lack of interest when they are not able to catch up with the rest of the class. However, they can now break down the content piece by piece until we fully understand it. The impact of educational program is uplifting with digitalization of the education system. Accountability in students. One of the greatest benefits of digital learning is that it can help enhance student accountability. Knowing how to take ownership of an activity, organize time to deliver it, and get the best result is an important career and life skill. The digital education system brings out students out of their shell and make them independent thinkers who know what to study, when to study, and how to study. Enhancement of skills. Digital education help learner build the skill that they need to navigate technology and to get the best out of it. Students with digital education become comfortable with finding, accessing, consuming, and sharing content online. With this, I will begin with benefits to teachers. Here are some of the benefits to teachers, which I have written here. Allow teachers to be more flexible. Teacher can use teaching methods and tools to suit their lessons or student. Just as a student, it's more flexible for teachers as well. Let's say if they cannot take a class in the morning, but they can take the same class in the evening. So with digital education, it's more flexible for them. Help teachers connect more with students. Teachers are able to better communicate with their student and support them in their learning. Google Classroom provides such a platform that we can ask our doubts, our concerns in that classroom, and teacher can answer us individually, personally, or they can answer that in the group. Allow access to more resources. Teacher, it's same as the access allowance of resources, where teachers are able to find additional and updated learning resources that can help them with their work. Remote learning as the new normal. It's important right now, but is it the future? In rural communities where travel infrastructure may be limited, being able to study remotely is ideal. Especially if I take an example, if our country, we have a lot of rural areas, and true that internet accessibility and all might not be there, but still it gives them a hope that maybe we can learn. Maybe if we achieve this, we can learn more. So yes, remote learning as the new normal. Issues and challenges of digital learning. It's just a misprint. Issues of digital learning. Internet security. Internet security is one of the most biggest problem that we face, especially in present time, because with advancement of technology, there are very high rates of cyber crimes, hacking and whatnot. So personal space and everything, it can be like a breach to the security. So internet security is the biggest issue of digital learning or in other digital platform. Lack of internet connection. If there is no internet connection for this, it will be a disaster to even think that we can understand or learn something. So lack of internet connection is another major issue. Digital illiteracy. There are, especially in the previous generation, not our generation, the previous generation, we cannot say that all of them are aware of internet and all of them are very like literate in internet. I can give a personal example. Like my parents depend on me sometimes to do a certain job on phone or laptop. So it is one of the problem of digital illiteracy. Topographical issues. Maybe internet connection is there, but the topography doesn't allow them to have that power, power the board bank or the tower of internet, because either it's too hot or too cold or any of the topographical issue. Poor concentration. If we have unlimited access to internet and unrestricted access, so we don't know that what the student might their concentration went to. We cannot confirm, we cannot say that okay, he will or she will study only. So less devices, like in rural area we have less devices, and lack of devices is another major problem. Challenges with teachers. The following data was obtained from a survey conducted among faculty members at university level in Jordan regarding the COVID-19 emergency learning. Here we can see that a technical and internet problem is at 33%, which it has the most it is the major, according to this pie chart, it is the major problem. That technical and internet problem is the with problems with teachers. Course related issues and workload is at 23%, followed by insufficient tools at 17%. Maybe they don't have enough devices or enough access to apps, because that's why. Student commitment issues, awareness and psychology. Student same as the concentration of student or their awareness that this particular app or this particular website exists. Unclear vision at 12%, which indicates that a proper planning is required to have a proper digital education platform. The future of digital learning. Here are some of the future of digital learning. Hybrid learning is not the future, it's present. It's the combination of in-person and online learning, often referred to as hybrid or blended learning. Micro learning, just same as short bite-sized learning modules designed for quick consumption and skill acquisition were becoming more prevalent. Personalization, adaptive learning technology, and AI were being used to create personalized learning experiences tailored to individuals. Virtual learning and augmented learning. The technologies were increasingly used to create immersive educational experiences. Virtual reality is one of the most developing and most advanced form of learning or form of any activity.
Sorry to interrupt, kindly conclude fast.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Gamification is basically when a certain activity is done in a game form. It's especially nice for young learners and digital learning challenges in India. I have here 3 challenges, which is digital divide between the urban and the rural, low enrollment rate, even if they are aware of their benefits, but the enrollment rate is low, gender disparity. We know that India is a patriarchal society. Still, in some places today. So it is another issue, especially in India. Here are some initiatives for digital education which was done by MHRD, India Ministry of Human Resources and Development. First, we have Diksha, then we have Vidyadan, and then we have e-textbooks. Here is a thought. Technology is an effective tool that can make education more meaningful and engaging for teachers and students alike. We need technology in every classroom and in every student and in every teacher's hand, because it is the pen and paper of our time, and it is the lens through which we experience much of our own world, which was this thought was quoted by David Warlick. And in conclusion, I would like to say digital education is a powerful tool that can transform the education system by solving biggest challenges of what it faces. By addressing critical challenges of infrastructure, attendance, quality, gender disparity, and measurement, digital education can unlock the potential of millions of learners. With this, I would like to say thank you. Thank you to my professor, Dr. Shweta Rani ma'am, for giving me this opportunity, and thank you for CTPDCON-ERA 2023 for giving me this presenting opportunity. Thank you.
So thank you so much, Dr. Barajita. So please stop sharing your screen.
Yes,
now our last, thank you so much. And now our last presenter is Ms. Akanksha Dhaya. She has joined paper with Dr. Pooja Verma. So now I would like to invite her for the title, Unveiling the Unseen Challenges and Solution in the Digital Era. So Ms. Akanksha Dhaya, you are requested to share your screen, and Sanjay sir kindly make her the co-host.
What is the name?
Akanksha Dhaya.
She's already co-host.
Okay, fine. So Akanksha, please start your
Sure.
presentation.
Wait a minute. Akanksha Dhaya, wait a minute. I'm making again. Yes. Done.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Just a second, I'll be sharing my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, Akanksha.
Yes, it is visible. You can start.
Good afternoon, ma'am and participants. I am Akanksha Dhaya, student of BLED from KR Mangalam, and I'll be giving presentation on the topic Unveiling the Unseen Challenges and Solution in the Digital Era of Education. So overview of the paper, this review paper delves into the complex challenges students face in an increasingly digitalized education landscape. It talks a why approach to uncover the root causes and offers evidence-based solution. The focus is on persist, often overlooked problems that hinder academic progress. By disciplined myths and presenting facts, it equips educators, policymakers, and stakeholders with the knowledge and tools to address these challenges and ensure the future of academic excellence. Introduction. The advent of the internet in the late 1990s brought about a transformative era in the human existence, alternating the very fabric of our lives. It has evolved to become an integral part of our daily routines, particularly underscored by the potential role it played during the COVID-19 pandemic. However, as this digital realm expanded, it introduced a series of self-created challenges, ensuring individuals in its web, often without their full awareness. The internet, aka in a double-edged sword, offer both advantages and disadvantages, with the students uniquely positioned in this narrative. They face not only opportunities for learning and connection, but also the peril of social media impact on their mental health. This chapter dwells into the multi-phase impact of social media on education, shedding light on the profound changes it had brought to the realm while exploring the associated challenges and opportunities. Impact of social media, the positive impacts, enhanced communication and collaboration. We all can see that we are collaborating in an efficient way just now with this Zoom, and we all are presenting our presentation and having this really good and enrichment presentation. So this is an example, this is a positive impact. Access to educational resources. There are so many educational resources on the internet, and we are really lucky to have accessibility of them. Professional development with those courses and all those opportunities. Each one of us, students, teachers, and all the people can develop themselves. Global learning opportunities. We are sitting right here, but we can get the accessibility of another universities and all the global resources from our homes. So this is a huge opportunity for us that we don't just have to rely on the local resources, but we can get global resources. But the negative impacts, distraction and reduction attention span. When we are using internet, we are having so much of accessibility that it distracts us. We are using one resource and then we are having notification from another app, and this distraction happens. Privacy and cybersecurity concerns. All the resources are not safe. Just because they are offering us opportunities and resources, that doesn't mean they are safe. So we need to be really careful while using any one of them. Misinformation and fake news. Just to get some views and profit out of anything, people fakes almost anything and everything, and we don't know that. So we need to rely on resources, people, on teachers, and the people who are educated and educators on the social media. We cannot trust any random person who is providing us any piece of information. Social comparison and mental health. Comparison. So even we are talking about the resources and the gratefulness, we are having a lot of problems. And mental health is one of them, because social media isolates us from physical contact of another human. So this just creates a huge hindrance for us and actually creates problem for our mental health. Myths and facts in digital education. Myth number one, digital education is a silver bullet. Reality, digital education is a tool, not a solution. Just because we are having accessibility to digital education, that doesn't mean it's a silver spoon and we are having so much of information, we are going to get the best. No, it's a tool, and in order to use a tool, you should know about it. The people who are out there, the engineers and all the people who are using all kind of tools, computers, they all are tools and they know how to handle them. So in order to use digital education for our profit, we should know how to use that tool. Myth 2, all students are digital natives. Reality, digital proficiency varies among students. Just because students, teachers, or anyone who is having accessibility of a mobile phone and internet, we should not assume that they know that. They know how to use it. Even though I am using social media, you are using social media, but we can actually agree on that we don't know all the processes, all the resources. We are not educated in them. So in order to actually use it, we should be creating this thinking like, okay, I'm providing this resource. Maybe the student does not know about it. So you should have this communication of how to use this particular tool in a particular way. Online learning is always self-paced. Reality, effective online learning requires structure. Just because we can go on the internet and sign up for a course and just decide to learn anything, that doesn't mean we can learn it. For example, if I'll say, if we want to learn a language, a foreign language, and I will go on the YouTube, and there will be so many of YouTube videos that will teach me how to say this, how to speak that, how to do this, but that does not mean that I am going to be able to learn it, because I don't know the basic structure. I don't know from where to start, what are the good resources, how should I practice. So in order to learn anything self self-pacedly or by myself, I should know the structure, and there should be the resources, and you should go for the resources that are having structure. Myth 4, digital education is an isolated learning. Reality, digital education can foster collaboration. Just because we are having accessibility to courses, that does not mean we need to be isolated. And we cannot learn anything, literally anything, if we are isolated. We do need to talk to people, we do need exposure, we do need practice. And in order to have that, we do need to collaborate and communicate. Myth 5. Technology alone improves learning outcomes. Reality. Effective pedagogy drives learning. Just because students are having accessibility of internet and they can go on the YouTube and watch a video of a chapter, that doesn't mean that they are going to learn it. If the teacher, if the person who is teaching there in the video is not going to have efficient skills, pedagogical methods, or anything, they will be in this myth that they know, but they don't know. So there should be effective pedagogies, and only effective pedagogies can help them learn, irrespective to the resources. Challenges of digital learning environment, digital distractions. Usually we have one or two digital things like phone or laptop, and we use both of them for entertainment and education. This usually creates a lot of problems. We are going to use our phone to have a class, and then notifications are going to arrive and we are just there on that app talking to someone, posting or liking some videos. So it creates a huge problem. It creates huge distractions. Information overload. Yes, this happens a lot of time, even if we are studying for the given resource. Our teachers provides us with content, e-content, PDFs and articles, and we'll read them. And then we will find 5 more of them. And then we will get confused, or maybe we will think that if I'm going to read 10 more, I will know more. And that usually leads to information overload. Now, this can be for anyone, for teachers or for students. Teachers who are preparing question papers, assignment, they can get so confused, or so much time can be wasted by them if they are going to go through all those number of resources. And they will be so burnt out at the end of the assignment. Tech related stress. A lot of people don't have knowledge. Just because there are guidelines and you can provide them, that doesn't mean that they are going to use it. The online application, all the apps, all the social media, they are different in pattern, and they have different types of login types and how to use them. They have different methods. So if the person is not going to able to understand, they are going to relate, they are going to create this stress in themselves that they can't do that. Privacy and security concerns. This talks about the same, that just because we are having resources, that doesn't mean it's safe. Lack of digital literacy. The people who don't know how to use a particular tool or a particular kind of resource, they are not going to be able to have knowledge from it. They will be confused, they will be in stress, they will find it really hard, and they will not be able to have best out of it. Impact of COVID-19, the digital divide. The people who had digital resources, money to buy the phones, laptops, and connections were able to have that. But the people who didn't have that money, that affordability, the finances, they were left. And they don't know what to do and how to do it. Social isolation and mental health. When the pandemic was there, we all were closed in the houses, we had no connection. And that lead us to rely on this digital era, on these digital tools. And that is still going on because we are so much addicted that we just can't let it go. Even though we can meet in person now, we'll still have a video call. We'll still be scheduling some online meeting and online resource and online thing. So this actually had to lead to mental health because we are not having in-person interactions, and that's actually necessary for a decent mental health. Educator burnout. The people who are in the field of education, they are having so much resource, so much that it's unhealthy because you can pick single topic and can talk, or I can read, or you can connect with so many of resources that you will end up confusing yourself. What you should be reading, what should you not, what should you be presenting, what you should not. And that leads to burnout. Solutions. Digital literacy education. We should learn from the people who are already in this technology. If teachers are providing any resource, they should teach the student, they should guide the students. Okay, So this is the tool, you're going to do this, these are the steps. This will help them to not stress out about that app or about that application. Mindfulness and digital well-being. Find yourself the resources and the tools and the applications that you do want to use. Just because you are getting offered a free application, that does not mean it's going to be good for you. Using YouTube for just entertainment and having those videos, they actually lead up to toxicity, and we don't even know about it. So you should be asking yourself, does this help me to be positive? Is this good for me? And they'll actually help you to have this mindfulness and well-being. Balanced digital learning environment. We should be using applications, apps, or any electronic devices in a balanced way. Just because you can log into your ID on phone and laptop, that doesn't mean you shouldn't do that. Having different resource, having different tools for different space is necessary so that you can balance. On laptop, you can go for your work and you will not have distractions. And on phone, you can go for entertainment. So when you will be picking your phone, you'll be like, okay, I will be entertaining myself. I'll be watching this video and I'll have fun. And when I have to work, I'll switch to my laptop. That's it. Data privacy and security measures. Before logging into, before downloading.
Sorry to interrupt, Ms. Akanksha. Kindly conclude fast.
Yes, ma'am. Data privacy. So before using any application, just make sure it is good, it is private. It does not let your information out. Digital equity initiatives. We should have useful resource and you should be focusing on equity. Equity is not everywhere and there should be a focus on that too. Mental health support. Don't use any random apps and any random videos and tools for yourself. Ask yourself, are you feeling good while using it? And if yes, then only use that. Hybrid learning methods. Having the accessibility of one or two tools can lead to stress. And in order to get out of it, you should search how to do this. How can I read my PDF quicker? How can I summarize this document? How can I get this? How can I get that? And you can just search it up. So find yourself those links and they will help you out so much. Solutions for individual self-assessment. Ask yourself if you are using social media too much. And yes, then please pay attention to it and help yourself out. Detox. Unfollow the people who are making you feel bad, sad, and weird on the internet. Celebrities are rich and their lifestyle is not real. Social media is an illusion and only best is shown on that. Seek alternatives. If you are finding yourself binging something, try to find an alternative. If you are watching a lot of planting videos, plants videos, go out and touch some grass. They will help you out. Self-healing. There are plenty of methods to heal yourself, and writing, journaling, reading books, painting, or having a simple walk of 15 to 20 minutes are best alternatives and are practices. So in conclusion, the digital era of education is a realm of infinite possibilities and unprecedented challenges. By embracing evidence-based solution, disciplining myths, and fostering digital literacy, we can navigate this landscape with confidence. Together, educators, policymakers, students, and society at large can harness the advantages of the digital era while mitigating its drawbacks, ensuring that the future of education is characterized by inclusivity, resilience, and excellence. These are some references, and thank you for the teachers and everyone for giving me the opportunity to present it.
Stop sharing screen. Thank you so much, Dr. Ms. Akanksha. So I would like to thank every participant and presenters. You have presented very well. Dr. Tanya is here. Yes. Dr. Tanya, we can go for now question answer round. We can request
Professor Madhusudanji, please guide, sir.
Yes, thank you so much. Actually, it was wonderful listening to all the presentations. Now, if you have time or if you pick, we can go for a quick round of question and answers to particular papers if participants want to ask, or otherwise whatever you feel like. It depends mainly on the time schedule that you people are having in your
Yes, yes. So if there is any question, I think they can come up in the chat box. If there is any question, please write in the chat box. And specifically to whom the question is.
Professor Tanya, no question in chat box. Only one. Good afternoon. My name is this. As online education is getting popular, so are online degrees. So is it good or bad idea to take online degree program?
So this is the question for whom? I mean, for whom is this addressed? Because questions were to be taken primarily for the speakers.
Any one of the paper presenter who want to answer this question can raise your hand. I will unmute your paper presenters. Akansha Daya. Yes, unmute yourself, Akansha.
Yes, sir. So, this I asked, so is it good or bad idea to take digital degree program? So it depends upon the resource who is providing you a degree. If it's a random one, then we can't go for that. But if it's a university who is saying that you will be learning this and this is the achievement, and it's a good university, you can search that up online if it's a foreign or it's Indian. Having their degree will be really beneficial because you will be having online, so you can do it from your comfort. And having that label will benefit you in your future jobs and careers and education. Thank you, sir.
Pooja ji, can you, Parvez ji, Pooja has to be made co-host, please.
Yes, Sanjay sir, please make her co-host.
All right. Any other questions? Can we proceed further then? All right. I think no more questions.
Yeah, proceed, ma'am.
Okay. So thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, participants. So we are indeed gaining a wealth of knowledge today. And so now I would like to invite our co-chair, Dr. Tanya Gupta, to summarize the session and address the participants of the sessions.
Thank you, Dr. Parvez ji. Esteemed chair for today's technical session, Professor Dr. Madhusudan sir, and our revered and respectable Keshav Bhandarkar sir in your presence as well. I've been asked by Parvez ji to summarize in capacity of co-chair. So as per schedule, there were 11 paper presentations, out of which 9 papers have been presented during this plenary session, 3.4, primarily on challenges and benefits of online education. All the presentations, I think, were very interestingly put forth, and the presenters have made real efforts. It was a diverse group of research scholars presenting, and some assistant professors, some associate professors, and we also had a presentation from a BLEd student teacher. So these 9 presentations, primarily, I will not go one by one due to time constraint, but to summarize and fitting it into the theme, the primary challenges that have been mentioned by all the paper presenters are: 1, digital literacy, that is a challenge. 2, the digital competencies of teachers, that is a challenge. 3rd is the mental well-being being a challenge because of too much of on-screen time and too much of moving haywire and clueless in the digital world. And then the 4th is the digital infrastructure, or making availability of technology more accessible and inclusive as well as affordable. These were a few challenges, and the 5th challenge that was stressed in one of the papers was the need for having digital courses and digital education in local languages, especially when it is in the context of India, and when we are talking of multilingualism, so there is a requirement. Benefits were plenty and common, and almost all the speakers have highlighted that it becomes interesting. It is now as per the national education policy. It is a way for creative learning. It is anytime learning, anywhere learning, and it provides, it broadens the accessibility to education. So these were few points, and if I summarize, most of the papers have been review papers in this session, but moving further to my brief address on what I have gathered, and of course the closing remarks will be put up by the esteemed chair. I feel that the papers, even if they are review studies, they should have some evidence-based data, some statistics. Even when you say it is a review study or a qualitative study, it should be substantiated by citations, evidences, and references. So this could have been incorporated, because that makes the thing more reliable and valid. And lot of papers mentioned that we've used methodology, but the methodology segment in the paper was somewhere missing. So that if we can add it, the paper will become really very nice. Last, I would just want to contribute here by one point is that all of us need to, refer to this report of the Oxfam, which has come. It's the India Inequality Report 2022, and this is on the digital divide. So ideally, when we are talking of digital literacy, very simply put, it is where one can, develop the skills to live and to learn and work through communication and through the ICT. So very nicely put up by all of you. But if we read these reports, especially this Oxfam report that has come up, and this is in reference to COVID-19, the three primary areas where digitalization happened very fast. And today we are talking about so much of digital and online. It was always there. Yesterday we heard a speaker in the inaugural session, Professor Nele, who started this in 1993, as she said. The COVID brought this before us. It became a necessity. So it is the healthcare and education and the financial sector where primarily the digitalization has really happened, especially in context of COVID-19. But from the Oxfam report, if you will see, the poorest of the 20% households in India, only 2.7% have a computer. It is only 2.7%. And 8.9% have access to internet. A lot of people have been focusing only on rural difficulties, but it is not only about having just a computer and internet. It's also how many people are using.
जी नमस्कार सर.
Willingly using the internet.
अरे सर न सो रहे न जाग रहे जब.
Can you mute yourself, Sanjay ji?
Sanjay sir, kindly mute yourself.
All right. So, so it is only 31% of the population that is using the internet in rural areas, whereas it is much more in urban. So we have to look for solutions. Like our esteemed chair mentioned, that yes, the benefits and the challenges are there, but one has to see how you can make differentiated instruction possible, how you can give more and more courses. In fact, one paper which focused on inclusivity, how do you do it for persons with differential needs? That is something that we have to work. Challenges, of course, are there in every segment, but then as teachers, how we at least let us prepare something, the digital content. So it's not that things are not happening in our country. Things are happening. There are dedicated segments where the funds are also coming in. But at our level, what we can do is something we all, as educators have to work. So this is all, and wonderfully presented, and I have thoroughly enjoyed the session, hearing all the 9 paper presenters. Thank you, Parvez ji. I'm done with my segment.
यस, थैंक यू प्रोफेसर तानिया गुप्ता। बहुत अच्छे से आपने एनालाइज किया सारी प्रेजेंटेशंस को, और जो आप कह रहे हैं कि नेसेसरी देयर आर चैलेंजेस हैं, हमको उनको टैकल कैसे करना है, किस तरीके से करना है, खास करके डिसेबल बच्चों के लिए, इंक्लूसिव बच्चों के लिए, तो दैट इज a very challenging task, but we need to seek the solution. So insights have been profound and shall serve as a guiding force to one and all in the session. Thank you so much. Now अब हम चाहेंगे कि हम कुछ insights and reflections जो हैं, हम Dr. Madhusudan, may I invite the chair, Professor Dr. Madhusudan, for the closing remarks. So we eagerly awaiting for your insights and reflection on the proceedings of the session, sir. So please, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Prakash. देखिए, remarks तो यही है कि it was wonderful actually coming over here and listening to all the paper presenters. They put a lot of hard work into their ideas, and they made all their efforts best possible way they have done it. That is one part, the first part. And they were focusing on the theme of the conference, that is benefits and challenges that we are talking about online education. And I was expecting this, and most of the papers they were very much very well structured in terms of the way they have introduced, the way they have done their literature review part, and how they presented their idea with possible way to greater extent whatever evidences they can bring in. That is one part, and they touched upon not many issues. It was very great, in fact, to listen to all the presentations, and the umbrella of the past, the horizon. I thought it was the canvas was very big in terms of understanding the benefits and challenges, and understanding the prospects and challenges itself will give a new direction to our thinking. This is first part. The second part is the best part of the conference was how Professor Tanya Gupta, she commented and concluded in terms of summarizing the papers. Yes, I agree with her when her opinion was papers would have needed more evidence basis. Papers would have more rigorous in terms of methodology. What happens is whatever we say, whatever we see is basically from our observation. And from our observation, we start claiming certain things and we start asserting certain things. This is first phase of our research. The second phase should be to bring in the evidence. So therefore, as very well observed by Professor Tanya Gupta ji, the presenters, those who have done this work can continue. See, there is nothing like it's a never work. Research is a never-ending research. So therefore, now onwards, this is a very interesting thing that we are all into this benefits and challenges in online. So I was in the beginning itself, I was thinking, see, many times for not knowing about the scientific way of not knowing what exactly is online education, many have started talking about like online education is not helpful, online education is not useful. See, nobody is talking about replacing offline education with online education. Online education is going to stay and offline education is going to be there. These two are altogether different things. They have got their own purposes. And you cannot replace the online education and offline vice versa. The point is the kind of reach online education will have, the kind of personalized instruction online education can bring in, open education resources, best of the open education resources that can be made available to our own students. So these are some of the benefits and advantages that we are talking about. And this needs cutting across all the papers. We know the range of issues and challenges. One important thing, you and me, we are all into teacher education. It's ultimately about teachers' professional development. How we equip ourselves in coming days. Say, for example, integrated teacher education program is coming up as a follow-up of national education policies. Very prestigious program. ITEP is coming up, and the youngsters, how they should be taught about integration of technology in education or ICT in education. What could be the way, what could be the methodology, how we should be teaching to them. So these researches, these kind of deliberations, these kind of papers, if taken further, what I believe is these papers, all these papers, excellent, but what you need to take more further. The kind of ideas you have brought in is interesting. I appreciate for that. One should not get discouraged. Please understand this. What is more interesting is from here, where do you go now? With your collaborators, with your co-workers, supervisors, whatever. Some of them are research scholars. I really appreciate them. And some of them are assistant professors. So that way you have done the one step. The next step is you make a community. You know now all these 9-10 papers, come together, discuss. See, because it's all about the power of the online education now. There is a platform for you all now, and you proceed further, and maybe you will bring in the evidences in terms of the data that yes, I have used these statistical techniques. I have this data to show this. So if these things can come in with the rigorous tools and techniques, if these things can be put forward, so we are moving towards making our own online spaces better. So therefore, I thought it's a great effort by the organizers, and all the presenters have done the wonderful work. And I congratulate once again the CTPD for taking up such an initiative with one particular focus on online education, and they have focused on other things as well. But this particular panel, this particular session, I thought it is very interesting and useful for anyone who is dealing with online education in today's actually what happening in transformational things that are taking place. So with this, I thought I'll close my remarks, and I'm very glad and I'm very honored, in fact, for organizers for giving me. This is my first time I'm coming to this organization's conference, and I wish all the best to all the presenters and all the organizers. So that's a great learning experience for me. At least I thought I learned many things. I was noting down all the, I can, if I want, I can show you all the 9 papers I was minutely noting down. Thank you so much to Professor Tanya Ji. She has similar. She and me were thinking it seems same, more or less same in terms of the inputs. So therefore, she also has put a good ideas, and it was very wonderfully conducted. Thank you so much once again to all of you. Dr. Parmeshwar, over to you.
Yes, thank you, Professor Madhusudan, for your insightful closing remarks, and really your words have provided us the profound perspective on the significance of this session. और जो आपने कहा है कि हम इसको आगे कैसे प्रोसीड करें, जो स्टेप्स आपने बताए हैं, नो डाउट वी विल डू इट. और आपकी जो बातों से मुझे 4 लाइनें याद आ रही हैं कि जीत की खातिर बस जुनून चाहिए, जिसमें उबाल हो ऐसा खून चाहिए, ये आसमां भी आ जाएगा जमी पर, बस इरादों में जीत की गूंज चाहिए. तो ये हम करेंगे, और दुआ कीजिएगा कि सलामत रहे हिम्मत हमारी. बस यही एक चिराग है जो कई आंधियों पर भारी है. So very beautifully you have presented the views of all the presenters and Dr. Tanya Gupta also. Now I would like to invite our President CTEF, Dr. Keshav Bhandarkar sir also, for if you want to say anything and for the closing remarks. Yes, sir.
Thank you, madam. I will not take more than 2 minutes.
Yes, yes.
First of all, I would like to congratulate Dr. Madhusudan sir, a very learned person, for expressing his views and sharing his experiences. Dr. Sanjay Kumar sir, Tanya Gupta madam, Parvesh Lata madam, and participants. The session was very much useful actually, but I am having some observations. Last year I had been to Nehu, North Eastern Hill University, Shillong. Then I had been to USTM, University of Science, Technology and Management, Meghalaya. And I have gone through some 40 research papers, and they were research topics actually. What I observed in our faculty, most of the researches are stereotyped. I would like to quote some objective, and that was actually to describe the challenges of online education. So we should think over these issues. A researcher is there to find out, to investigate, and not to describe. So these are some of the issues I have observed actually, and how to overcome rural-urban divide. That is the most important issue in digital education. Then how to manufacture. I am intentionally using the word manufacture, taking into consideration the population of this country. How to manufacture cheap gadgets. That should be our focus. Then how to avail digital devices. Can we create a national fund for availing digital devices to our students? So these are some of the issues we should focus on. How to overcome the problem of burnout. How to overcome the problem of mental health. How to overcome the problem of isolation of students. Many issues are there. So our researchers should focus on solutions. That is my observation. Just describing these are the benefits. Everyone knows the benefits. Everyone knows the challenges. But how to overcome these challenges is the real issue we should focus on. So these are some of the observations, and I am very much thankful to the convener and team CTPD for giving me this opportunity to express my view. Thank you. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you so much, sir. Really, your words have given a very bright perspective on the significance of this session. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we prepare to draw the curtains on the enlightening technical session at CTPDCON-ERA 2023, it's my pleasure to invite a distinguished individual among us to express our collective gratitude and appreciation for the valuable insight which we have gained today. So, I would like to invite Dr. Pooja Verma. She is Associate Program Director, CTPD India, and co-convener CTPDCON-ERA 2023. So, ma'am, we would be honored if you could deliver the word of thanks and expression of gratitude to the speakers and participants and summarize the essence of this session. Over to you, Dr. Pooja Verma.
Thank you, ma'am, for inviting me and to have me here. So I will be presenting official vote of thanks. Good afternoon, distinguished guests and delegates and our dear participants. On behalf of CTPD, India, with a deep sense of gratitude, it's my immense privilege to deliver the vote of thanks for the enlightening technical session. Today, we have the opportunity to delve into a wealth of knowledge and exchange insights in our quest to further the frontiers of technology. First and foremost, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our distinguished chair, Professor Dr. Madhusudan JP, Head of Department Education and Educational Technology, School of Social Sciences, University of Hyderabad, Telangana, India, and co-chair, Dr. Paresh Shah, former principal, School of Management, Rai University, Ahmedabad, Gujarat, India. Your expertise and dedication have been invaluable in enhancing our understanding towards challenging and benefits of online education. Challenges and benefits of online education, that all the papers discussed about that. Your words were not only informative but also inspiring, setting a high standard for us to inspire too. I would like to thank Professor Tanya Gupta, Dean, School of Education, K.R. Mangalam University, Gurugram, Hyderabad, India, and co-convener for Track 4, Organizing Secretary, CTPDCON-ERA 2023, for giving overview to the plenary session. I also want to extend our appreciation to all the participants and all the presenters, because without them it would not be possible to call it a successful event. Your active engagement, thought-provoking questions and discussions have contributed significantly to the success of the session. The exchange of ideas and the collaborative spirit in the room have made this a truly productive and enlightening experience. A special thanks goes to the sponsors and organizers of their tireless efforts in making this event possible. Without your support, we would not have been able to had this opportunity to come together and explore these important topics. Furthermore, I would like to acknowledge the hard work of the technical team, event coordinator, and all the people who were behind the scene, but they were there to make the flow smooth for all the sessions. In conclusion, I believe we can all leave here with a great sense of knowledge, a broader perspective, a renowned motivation, excel in our respective field, because we have got that starting, that initiation, that we should research, we should give our inputs. Let's carry the inspiration from this session forward, and we continue to push the boundaries of the technology. Thank you once again to all who have made this technical session a success. We look forward for our continuous support, your continuous support, and we hope to see you at the future events of CTPD or on any of the platforms where we can work together. Thank you and have a great day. This is all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Pooja. Now, and with that, we conclude this remarkable technical session. Knowledge is a journey, not a destination, and each step brings us closer to new horizons. Thank you for your active participation and unwavering enthusiasm. So enjoy the rest of the session also at the CTPDCON-ERA, and may your pursuit of knowledge continue to shine bright. So I would like to thank everyone again, Dr. Tanya Gupta, Dr. Madhusudan sir, and Dr. Keshav Bhandarkar sir. Thank you so much, sir. So we
Can we ask the participants, ma'am, if you can announce for the valedictory also?
Yes.
The timing, yeah. The valedictory at 4:30. We'll request all the Okay, I'll announce it. It's okay.
Yes, yes, sir.
All the participants, of course, you're free to join in track 4 that starts 1:30. You can take a half-an-hour lunch break. You're most welcome to join our track 4, which is on inclusive and equitable education for sustainable development. Plus, please join us in the valedictory session, which starts at 4:30 p.m. And you all should join, because the paper presentation awards will be also given there, and there are many speakers, very renowned speakers from India and abroad there, as well as we are also honoring 4 senior persons with lifetime achievement awards, and they will also be addressing their educational and professional journey. You must hear them. It is our earnest request that please join us in the valedictory session. Thank you, sir. And participants can leave. Madhusudan sir, can we just be on the meeting for 2 minutes, sir? 2 more minutes? Or shall we talk on phone, sir? Can I talk to you on phone?
You can talk on phone, because this is live streamed on YouTube.
All right. So I'll just give you a call, sir, for the paper presentation award.
That's paper presentation.
I'll just call you. All right. We will leave then. Namaskar,
Yes,
sir. I'll just call you.
Thank you so much. So, Dr. Pooja, kindly share the feedback link in the group. Tanya ma'am,
Ma'am, it is already shared. Already
Okay.
shared. Already shared.
Okay.
Yeah. We can end the meeting now.
Okay, fine.
I'll do it.